Have you ever been streaking on Sword Fights in the Heights 4 and had to do something like a normal human being does, and then come back to the computer and notice someone killed you? Even if you're not on a streak and you get killed this way, everyone feels the same. It's really cheap to get killed this way. What kind of sword fighter would disrespect another sword fighter like that? Well, today we're going to talk about how to survive while going AFK on Sword Fights in the Heights 4. I'm going to talk to you guys and give you some tips on how to get revenge and or just kill people who are trying to be cheap by pushing you out of the safe room. I'm going to show you guys some locations you can go to where you're going to be safe. Just give you tips in general. We're going to first cover Sword Fights in the Heights 4, the original by Shedletsky, then Nostalgia Zone, which is the second most popular version. By the end of this video, I guarantee you guys will know how to go AFK without dying. So if you guys remember, not too long ago, you were able to press the escape key on Sword Fights in the Heights 4, which opens up the shop, and doing that would make your character freeze, so no one could push you off the edge. Unfortunately, most of us know nowadays the shop bug will actually make you freeze indefinitely, so that's out of the picture. But lucky for you guys, recently I have been trying to find ways to go AFK that would not require, pressing escape and using the shop and a bug to keep yourself safe from AFK pushers. This is because I mainly play on Nostalgia Zone. Nostalgia Zone does not have a shop, so you are subjected to AFK pushers at all times. I have found some pretty good and pretty safe alternatives. So the first alternative is making sure you get level 9 Ghostwalker. Now, getting level 9 Ghostwalker is pretty easy. A lot of people like to go for fresh spawns. People that have the normal sword, they like to, fly above them and drop below, assassinating them. When you get level 9 Ghostwalker on Shedletsky's version, you're completely 100% invisible. Unless, of course, someone comes up with a Illumina. On Nostalgia Zone, your sword and your hat are not invisible. You can take your hat off, though, which is a good thing. So I'm going to show you guys some hiding places that you can go to. And it's best to have a level 9 Ghostwalker while doing this. And some of these, in the safe room spot, in between the trusses, it's not necessary to have level 9 Ghostwalker, but it definitely would help. But everywhere else, it is necessary to have it. So the first hiding spot is right here in the safe room. You go first person, you zoom in all the way, and then you nudge yourself in between the trusses, and it's easier to do this with no tools out. Now, it's really important that you do it with no tools out, or else it'll be really hard. Now, when you get inside and you're in the middle, take your tool out, any tool, and start trying to climb up to the top. Now, getting a tool out will help you climb to the top for whatever reason. So when you're up at the top, it's pretty hard to see you. It is still possible, but there's a little corner, a little cubby you can wedge yourself into where it's almost impossible to get you flung out. I tried flinging myself out on my alt account. It did not work, which is a good thing. But also keep in mind you have to have your tool out, guys, because it basically wedges you in there. Level 9 Ghostwalker, once again, is better because it's hard for people to see you in there. It's actually really effective with level 9 Ghostwalker. So these next spots I'm going to show you are kind of scattered around the map. These ones are, you have to have level 9 Ghostwalker for these ones, unfortunately. There is one where you don't need level 9 Ghostwalker, but it's only on Shedletsky's version. And that is, of course, the John Loved of Muses room. Not a lot of people go in there. So if you go in there and you're not invisible, whatever, you'll probably stay safe. But if you go in there and you have a level 9 Ghostwalker, you're pretty good to go. So there's all kinds of places on Shedletsky's version where you can go hide. There's the Cake is a Lie spot. There's up on the Windforce Tower. There is down below by the Ghostwalker, the little walkways in between Ghostwalker. That's also a good spot. But keep in mind on Shedletsky's version, if someone has an Illumina within your, I think, like 12 stud range or whatever, you sparkle so people can see you. It might not be the most noticeable thing, but yeah, you want to watch out for that. There's also the sign over by Ghostwalker that you can stand on top of. That one's a really good one. And there's also the little graveyard over by Windforce, and there's also the little ledge right below Ice Dagger. Those are all really good spots. Give them, go ahead and try it out, guys. So on Nostalgia Zone, it's a little different because, like I said, the sword is not completely invisible. However, it just so happens that there's a bug on Nostalgia Zone where Illumina does not illuminate the invisible people. So if you're invisible and someone has an Illumina near you, you don't sparkle. So with that said, all of those spots I just talked about, minus the, few that aren't on Nostalgia Zone, all of those work, and even more. There's even more spots than that work because, there's no way anyone can see where you're at, even with Illumina. So keep that in mind, guys. But of course, again, if you don't want to do that, the Truss hiding spot also works on Nostalgia Zone. However, there is no John Loved of Muses card room, so you can't go down there on Nostalgia Zone. Another tip I can give you guys is just keep an eye out on your monitor. Go into the middle of the safe room. Keep an eye out on your monitor when you go AFK if possible. There might be some way you can monitor your screen from your phone if you're streaming, or something else, and you'll be able to see whether or not someone's trying to push you off. But these little hiding spots are really the only way you can kind of stay alive at the moment, guys. While it's true that there's always going to be people wanting to push you out of the safe room, there's also a way to basically intimidate people to make it so they don't push you out. Let's take a look at that right now. So what you want to do, guys, is you ever catch someone pushing you out, instead of moving before they push you out, instead of letting them know that you're seeing them push you out, wait for them to push you out, Shadow Sphere, Shield Sphere, or just get your sword out and portal kill them. That will teach them a lesson, and it will teach them not to do it to you. I've done it many times. I've recorded it a lot too to show you guys. After you do it, people steer clear of you. They don't push you out anymore because they know what's coming. This is probably my favorite thing to do on Sword Fights in the Heights right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's really fun. But, overall, guys, I would just say, don't push people out of the safe room. You're not being a troll. You're not being funny. We all know everyone has to go AFK at one point. You're just making the game more toxic, and you're making people want to play it less. So if you want this game to have more players, if you want kill streaks to be higher, don't do it. Don't be a dick. Lead by example. And, if you see someone pushing people out of the safe room, call it out in the chat so everyone knows. It's not like you're snitching. It's just pointing out some dude who has no life who's being an asshole. Basically it. Yeah, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you guys have any other tips for everyone, throw them down there. Let us know. I hope that this helped a little bit. And once again, guys, don't be pushing people out of the safe room. It's just a dick move. And good luck out there, guys. Hopefully Shedlesky fixes the shot bug soon as well. Tweet at him. I've got the tweet link, his Twitter link, at the top of this description. Go tweet at that motherfucker to get this glitch fixed. Thank you.